Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today I want to talk to you about A.M.E.N. This is an acronym for Almighty Energy Newly Found. And I encourage you to utilize this type of mantra for your elevation, especially for those who are going to be going through the court system. And many of you know why you're going to be going through the court system, because there's going to be a battle with your children in this pandemic. So what they are doing, and recently they're doing it at a slow pace. This was the case in Chicago. In the Chicago Tribune last month, a woman was terminated of her parental rights because she basically didn't want to get with the program. But what had happened is that this was arrested because they said that the government was overstepping their bounds. So she got her parental rights back. But I'm telling people that is going to be going through this, this is one of the plans that they're going to do, because they have think tanks, the government, and they understand that human beings are creatures of habit, and usually it'll take anywhere from 20 to 30 years to steer people in the direction that they want them to go to. So when they say things like, and it's a psychological ploy, because if you listen to all the talking heads, irrespective of it's Fox or MSNBC, CNN, etc., all of them pretty much are saying the same thing. Once you get aside the little WWE show of left versus right, Republican versus Democrat, what do they say? Trust the science. The only problem with that is that scientists have been bought and paid for. That's nothing new. Don't believe me? Who approved of fluoride in your water? Now, the scientists that were diametrically opposed to it, they were blacklisted. And you can get a book called The Fluoride Deception. You can get that book. And it has a documentary. So when they say trust the science, that doesn't even make sense. Because if you get with it, you're going to get grants, you're going to get money, you're going to get acclaim. This is the game that they play. So for those that are going to be going through the courts for one reason or another, especially when it comes to their children, I encourage you to work with the angel Raguel. Raguel is an angel that deals with injustice, and I will be putting his sigil in the community post, so you can go there and look for it. But Raguel means friend of God. So basically, he's great to work with when you're in situations involving the courts and standing up to yourself. And while you're standing up to yourself, like going within and facing your fears and fighting against this machine, the inner is going to reflect the outer. Because remember, the real tree of life is in here. This is the real tree of life inside of you. So you utilize Raguel to fight against that. Because like I said, they're really slow, because more and more people already have fatigue and they're just simply tired. So they're resisting, they're asking more questions, and they're going to trot out the fourth branch of the media. And that is these TV talk hosts, whether it be Whoopi Goldberg, who's saying that people really need to be restrained, and if need be, Don Lemon, like not being able to get employment or not being able to get groceries. So you have to watch these tactics that they're trying to do. Is either do this or else, because this is nothing new. When people say, well, this is the greatest country on earth, people that say that haven't really been nowhere else. So how would they know? And this is nothing new. This is the same playbook. It just has different actors. And one thing about it, there's another book The Black Book of Communism by Richard Pipes, where cannibalism was ushered in to get people to basically say that Lenin and the government was basically over the creator or the creators. And if you resort to cannibalism, if anyone knows anything about Native American lore, the creators, when people resorted to cannibalism amongst the indigenous people of Native Americans in North America, that's when they were cursed and became the Wendigo. And as you can see, they're trying to drive people down to a point where they'll submit. But see, in the United States, they're getting more pushback than they ever thought. So work with Ragiel, who is the friend of God, against this tyranny in the courtroom. So use the technique of A.M.E.N. So with that, that is your meat and potatoes sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friend. Peace.